Well, hello there. Welcome back to Readings at the Round Table for your monthly numerology. I'm Jennifer, and I'm very happy to be here. I'll be honest with you. This has been a really interesting month for me. I got a cold at the beginning of November. I haven't been able to do a lot of my live shows, and my voice is still a little bit sketchy, so you may see me like in between eating a lot of cough drops or hitting pause a lot because and having the video being a little disjointed because of my coughing. But I have gotten through a really bad cold that went to a sinus infection and then an ear infection, which I haven't had in forever. So I am very happy to be able to report to you for your monthly numerology in December. Oh yeah, here we go. I have a lot to tell you about December. Okay, so the last month of 2024 is really wrapping up this wonderful 8-year with a lot of like interesting stuff happening, and also helping push this year of manifesting that we've had, this year of intense manifesting energy, abundance, like whichever way we went with it. Remember how at the beginning of this year I said this can be a year of abundance, like you can manifest an abundance of really good things or abundance of really crappy things. So it's been an interesting year for this little Virgo, I'm just saying. But December is not going to shortchange us at all. We kick off December, the last month of this 8-year, with a new moon in Sagittarius. New moon in Sagittarius hits its peak on December 1st at 1:21 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. I know. It's good. And I have a little surprise for you when I get to the end of the month. So, well, I don't have a surprise. I'm just reporting it. You understand. On December 6th, we have Mars going retrograde in Leo. Now, Mars in Leo going retrograde. Mars goes retrograde every couple of years. And the last time it went retrograde, it was in Gemini for like 8 months. And that was just like a nightmare for me personally. I don't know. A lot of other people experience the same thing because Mars in Gemini, not its finest place, not a happy place. Mars in Leo, pretty okay. It is. However, Mars going retrograde in Leo is telling us to slow down, is telling us to stop, think, before we act, before we speak, before we start communicating with people. Like, really just stop and slow down, because Mars in Leo is more, it is internal, but it's more of more about recentering things, because this is putting, or we're starting to recognize some of the challenging aspects that are coming towards us when we're trying to reach our goals or we're trying to move forward in any way. One guy online said it was like moving through sludge. It is. It's slowing us down. Excuse me. Because we need that time to recenter, and we need that time to reflect, and we need that time to look around at the challenges that are coming towards us, keeping us or slowing us down from moving forward, because we may need to be in that place of reflection or recentering. And that's especially true for the fixed signs, because Taurus, Leo, Scorpio, and Aquarius are going to be feeling this at the first part of Mars going retrograde. Mars is again retrograde in Leo until January 6th, when Mars retrogrades back into Cancer, and now we're putting the cardinal signs in the hot seat: Aries, Cancer, Libra, and Capricorn. And Mars will be retrograde until February 23rd. Now, when Mars goes retrograde into our like super sensitive Cancer, that's going to make it more of an internal reflection. So just some like fun happenings here in December. On December 7th, we have Venus moving into Aquarius, and we also have Neptune going direct. Venus in Aquarius is fun-filled. I mean, Aquarius is fun-filled. How many Aquarians do you know that are just like, they're the life of the party? I gotta tell you, there's a couple of Aquarians, and you know who you are, that when you guys call me and say, hey, I need an appointment, I will drop everything to run to your phone call and be like, what you got? What you got? I love it. On the 15th, we got some good news because Mercury is going direct in Sagittarius. What? And it's coming at the perfect time because we also have a full moon in Sagittarius on the same day, on the 15th. And for some reason, I don't have it written down as to what time that is, which seems a little odd to me. So let me just go back to my calendar that I put down here. Full moon 4:02 a.m. Eastern Standard Time is when it hits its peak. Yeah. Thank you, Llewellyn. Am I right? On the 21st, we have the sun moving into Capricorn at 4:21 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. On the 24th, we have Christmas Eve for those of you that celebrate. On the 25th, we have, again, Christmas Day for those of you that celebrate. But also, Hanukkah begins on the same day. Happy Hanukkah. On the 26th, we have Kwanzaa beginning. And on the 30th, here's that little bonus, that little special treat for all of us. We have our second new moon of the month. New moon in Capricorn that hits its peak at 5:27 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I did double check that time. It is 5:27 p.m. Eastern Standard Time according to my Llewellyn's calendar. This is, of course, our second new moon. So this is a black moon, to use the vernacular. This is typically more intense energy. So we have a lot of our pagan friends, like a lot of our Wiccan friends, that they use this energy in rituals and spells or intentions because it's definitely more intense and it intensifies all of those practices. This is definitely a very powerful time, and I love that we're wrapping up an 8-year in this powerful energy. I love it. So just get your intentions, set your intentions for the 2025, the 9-year that's coming. I think this is lining us up perfectly. I love it. So we are wrapping up December. We're wrapping up 2024 with 3 planets and South Node in air, 2 planets in fire plus North Node, 2 planets in water, and 2 planets in earth. We also have 3 planets that are retrograde: Uranus, Jupiter, and Mars. So I really do feel like this is an excellent time. It's very balanced energy. We don't have just like everything in fire or everything in earth. It's really, really balanced energy, and I dig it. I really do. So I want to get out the crystal of the month. You know I didn't forget. So let's see what that is. The crystal of the month is rhodonite, not rhodochrosite, which I mean, those names get mixed up a lot, but it is rhodonite. So I want you guys to see this. It's so lovely. I have lots of different specimens of this. It is primarily pink with a lot of black in it. However, there are some that have more pink than black. I mean, this is a good example. It came from the same batch, so, you know, this I can't, you know, I knew that was going to happen. This is more pink on one side, a little bit gray. And then I have some of these that I love these, but they want to roll around. These 2 are fine examples that, again, I just wanted to give you guys some really great examples of rhodonite before I read from the books. So one book is, there it is, rhodonite. It has healing properties of intoning practices to escalate sound and amplify your connection. It is also excellent. It is an excellent heartstone that helps shed old patterns and pain, which when I looked at the definition itself, it's the exact same. But I like that because, when we have the new moon, and especially with 2 new moons in 1 month, when we have that new moon energy, if you are doing work with the new moon and the full moon, if you're following that rhythm, we release, when we hit that pinnacle of the new moon, we release all the things that we've been steadily releasing from the full moon to the new moon. And we just have one massive, just like push it all out so that we can clear the space to manifest from the new moon to the full moon. I mean, the day after the new moon is when I technically start manifesting. But it's a good time to release this old energy. And I think that is fantastic because we need to do that in order to make way for the new stuff coming in, the new things that we're bringing in. Which, again, this book, I love this book too. An emotional balancer that nurtures love and encourages the brotherhood of humanity. Oh, we need that. It stimulates and heals the heart. It grounds energy, balances yin and yang, and aids in achieving one's highest potential. This stone has strong resonance with forgiveness and assists in reconciliation after long-term pain and abuse, and is beneficial in emotional self-destruction and codependency. I like this. In past life healing, it deals with betrayal and abandonment, clearing away emotional wounds and scars from the past, whenever that might be. I like that because it could be anytime, right? It could be from past life or just last week. Whenever that might be, and bringing up painful emotions for transmutation. It promotes unselfish self-love and forgiveness. It helps in taking back projections that blame a partner for what is really inside oneself. It is a useful first aid stone. Rhodonite heals emotional shock and panic, supporting the soul during the process. It turns back insults, prevents retaliation. It recognizes that revenge is self-destructive and assists in remaining calm in dangerous or upsetting situations. Rhodonite. These are fantastic books, by the way. The Encyclopedia of Crystals by Judy Hall, and of course, Crystal Therapy by and Judith Lukombowski. I think I'm saying that right. Lukomsky, yes, Crystal Therapy. And I think you can still purchase that book even though that one name isn't on there anymore. So, just going to put that right back up there so that we can look at this all month on any of my videos. I know, I like to do that. Well, I like to do that now that I've started this. Okay, I will also be reading from 2 different cards as per usual. Moonology Oracle cards by Yasmin Boland and the Goddess Guidance Oracle cards by Doreen, we're not saying her name. But those are the cards that I'll be pulling from for this month. I am truly, truly excited that we all have come this far in 2024. It's been a really interesting year for me personally. I would love to know how it's been for you. And I also want to get to these numbers and see what your personal numerology is for the last month of this 8-year. Hey everybody, real quick, full disclosure. This is another day of recording because my voice just like totally gave out. So I had to continue this on a different day. So, trying to keep up the continuity, not good at that. I try really hard because I'm a Virgo and I really like for things to be perfect. But the sun is shining today, and it hasn't been because it's been raining a lot. It's been really cloudy. And so I'm not bitching because the sun's shining. I love that it's a sunny day, but I really like it has to be sunny like right now after the cat has just pulled down my blackout shade. It's really perfect. So the lighting is going to look different. Hopefully my voice lasts like the rest of the readings that I'm doing today. Because I also have a couple of clients scheduled in. So we'll see how that goes. But one other thing is I've been doing projects with my kids. So I've paint on my fingers. They're not dirty. Please do not come at me in the comments or DM me or anything and tell me that my hands are dirty and that I should take better care. I've been doing projects with my kids and they are like, they don't look the freshest, okay? But they are clean. I have washed my hands. I've scrubbed them. But there's still some paint and there's still some stuff like on my fingernails. So whatever. But still very, very excited to see all of you back. And let's see what your individual numbers have for you. Hello, Life Path 11. Oh, yeah. Last month of 2024, and it is going to see you in a 22-4 month. Okay, I really feel like you, of all life paths, okay, there's some others, but you're really going to be able to embrace this 22-4 month because this is a month that is not for the faint of heart for the 22-4 in particular. This is going to be about building. This is going to be a lot of work for you. I will say that. So you are ending a 44-8 year in a 22-4 month, and it's going to be a lot of work, but it's going to be so worth it. It is going to be so worth it. I'm serious. So the mantra of the 22, let's just start there. The mantra of the 22 is, I ignite the torch of discovery and healing within my world. Okay, that again, not for the faint of heart. The 22 is a spiritual master. It's a healer. It's giving that counselor vibe. The whole energy of a 22 is it's a luminary. It's an arbitrator. It's an environmentalist like feel. But it's a very practical vibe at the same time. It wants to be practical while bringing in all of these very spiritual things. And building and strengthening relationships in particular is hugely important to the energy of a 22. I know because I am a 22-4. This is a highly intuitive time, which pairs wonderfully with the 11. This energy is all about education, counseling, like learning, not just about each other and relationships, but also our relationships to nature, to the environment. I know, very important concept, very important concept. The lesson of the 22 is to push through procrastinations and feelings of overwhelmment in order to enhance their true life purpose. Now, that's like for people that are 22s, it happens. It happens a lot because the shadow side of the energy of the 22 is procrastination, feeling overwhelmed, giving up easily, worrying a lot, going, oh my gosh, there's too many problems to solve. There's too much going on. Yeah. And feeling the conflict of the inner feelings, the spiritual side, and the practicality of the whole thing. It is very challenging. It's real. Yeah. So that's why I say that this is going to be a lot of work this month. Now, let's move to the vibration of the 4, because the energy and the vibration of the 4 is the foundation of the 22. And you may think that I'm doing this backwards, but I have a reason. So the foundation of the 22 is the 4, and this is the practical pig. Okay, little bit of spirituality, little splash, but this is practical pig. This is a time to build. This is all about like the hard work, the energy that you're putting into like embracing your spiritual side, like working in a business, like building a business, building a family, building friendships, whatever it may be. It's all about putting the foundation and the structure in for those things. It's a time to organize. It's a time to organize your thoughts. It's a time to organize your kitchen, your closet. It's a time to organize and prioritize like what you are putting into your life. So whether that is like starting out the day with meditation or making your bed, both of those are very practical like things that it highlights the rest of your life. It's the foundation, it's the structure, and very important. I think both are very important. This is definitely a time of manifesting. So that's where the spiritual part comes in, because again, 4 is very constructive. It's very systematic. It's really focused on the building aspect, being industrious, being grounded. So there's lots of endurance there. But while we're doing that, we're manifesting. And that's the thing. A lot of people miss the fact that manifesting is work. That manifesting is a lot of work. You can't just sit on your ass, on your couch, watching the Love Boat and drinking a Coors and going, I want to manifest that. No, manifesting is work. Manifesting is getting out there and making things happen and saying, you know, I want to change my life. So I'm going to start by meditating and making my bed every day. I'm going to start by doing this. I'm going to start with the foundation and see where it grows. But manifesting is putting one foot in front of the other and moving towards your goals. Like knowing that it's reachable, knowing that it's attainable, and going for it. That's what manifesting is. The mantra of the 4 is, I am a builder, confident and steadfast, seeking order and accomplishment. Because the 4 energy knows that, again, keep moving every day, keep adding, keep doing something, and you will reach your goal. And that's part of manifesting, yes. Did I say that about I did say that about the 22. Okay, so let's talk shadow sides. All right, let's talk about shadow effects. So the lesson of the 4 is taking one step after another with patience and an open mind, which can be a problem for the 4, okay? Because the shadow side of a 4 is overwork can cause stress. Yeah, try being a 22-4 and a Virgo. I mean, I got so stressed out this year, I took 4 months off from my channel. Yeah. I mean, there was a few other things involved, but that was the basis, you know. So the other thing is like overworking and like bringing in that stress causes your mind to just shut down to new ideas, to imaginative ideas, to something different, maybe being a possibility. It closes the mind to shut down. That's not where you want to be, 11. That is not where you want to be, Life Path 11. You want to keep your mind open during this time. Keep your heart open. That's something that is like part of your life path number, is keeping your heart and your mind open. This should be something easy for you to do, but it is going to be tempting to want to shut down if you overwork too much. taking the time to be patient with yourself and others, because restructuring relationships or businesses takes time. It takes energy and it takes time, which can bring you to be argumentative, lacking imagination, and being too serious. I don't really think any of those things are especially good, but they are definitely part of my DNA makeup, just for fun. Okay. Sorry, I just had to look at the time, make sure I'm not like going over. So, the thing is, like, when we are too serious, when we're too focused on like problems and stuff, it does make us, again, like feeling that overwhelmed energy of there's too many problems to solve. And that's not who you are. That is not who you are, 11. You are full of enlightenment. You really embrace that intuition and creating a new way of communicating. You are powerful creativity. Yes, because let me remind you of your mantra, which is I'm divine inspiration and making a difference in the world today. Oh my gosh. You are all about inspiration and illumination. So I feel like when you are getting overwhelmed or you're feeling like there's a lot of work to do, and there is a lot of work to do in December, I feel like if you sit back and you just embrace the fact that there's a lot of inspiration around you and you can convert your dreams into reality, which is your life path number, this is going to help you release some of this nervous tension that comes in with your shadow side. It helps you to get around the status quo. It helps you to interact with everyone publicly without getting overwhelmed. I feel like this is a very magical time, not an easy time, but I do feel like this is a very magical time for you. I know. And 11, let's face it, you really are magical. And I say that because I am married to an 11 too, who is sometimes so entertaining. Yeah. I do love this. I do love this for you. I mean, coming at the end of a 44-8 year, this is a great time to be manifesting what you really want to see go on in 2025 for yourself. Love it. And this is the vibration, this is the energy that you're going to have in February. A little bit different because we're going to be in a 9 year instead of a 44-8 year, but different but the same. All right, 11, let's see what kind of cards we get for you. Ooh, oh my gosh, so good. Abundant, I say this wrong every time. Abuntia, we're going to go with that. The universe is pouring its abundance out to you. Be open to receiving. Be open to receiving. This is a time of prosperity. It is, it is, it is. I love it. It's also a time of Mercury joining the show. She doesn't really like to be on camera as much as Mouse does. Come on. So much fun. Cats. Oh, goodness. Ooh, this is good. North Node, step out of your comfort zone. Okay. Okay. Let's see what we got here. I think it's at the end. Like, I can never remember. Okay, it's not at the end. Yes, it is. It's the last page, as a matter of fact. Okay, North Node. I'm so sorry to cough in your ear. North Node, step out of your comfort zone. There's a strong feeling when you get to this card that it's time to leave the past behind somehow because you are headed in the right direction. If you want to be happy and fulfilled, you need to get going towards doing the thing that scares you within reason. This card is all about living your life's purpose, which is possibly what you've asked about. It's urging you to dare to do something different with your life and your direction. So take action. Are you willing to follow through and lead the life you incarnated to live? If you finally find the courage to make the leap, there's a good chance you'll come to ask yourself, why did I wait so long? Yeah, indeed. And attuned to the moon, I know I'm headed in the right direction. This is definitely the energy and the vibration of the 4. Keep moving in the right direction. Thank you so much for joining me today, Life Path 11. Thank you for sticking around with me during my changes, growth period, and transitions of 2024. I so look forward to being with you guys in 2025. And until we see each other in that new year, get out there and make your magic. Bye.